Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever YouTube video. So, in this tutorial, we are going to be learning how we can check a list of items, compare two lists of items, and check if some particular list exists in some other one. So, for this particular tutorial, we are going to be using list of emails. So what I've done is I used a list of random emails from randomlist.com. So we have them all here. Then I selected a bit of these emails and listed them here. So the idea is that, like, for example, let's say you have a list of email in your list, then you sent out some surveys and you downloaded the list of email of those that filled the survey, and you want to probably give them some bonus or something. Yeah, so you want a way in which you will be able to, sorry, that was a mistake. So you want a way in which you'll be able to identify from your original list the guys that have done the survey and those that haven't. So that is the gist. So after completing the task here, I was able to label those that filled the survey as true and those that did not fill the survey as false. So that way I'll be able to maybe probably assign some other stuffs, bonuses to them when building my list or something, or generate a report on it. So I already have it done here. So those labeled true, those are the ones that filled out the survey, while those labeled false are the cracks that failed to fill in the survey. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So I'm moving to this tab. So this is where I have my list. So here I haven't added I'm yet to classify them as maybe you did a survey or not. So I have a list of email here, and then the list of email that are downloaded from the survey sites. So those are the people that filled out the survey. So in order to do this, we'll be using a list of functions. So first we'll be using the match function. So what the match function does is that it checks within a range of cells if a particular item exists within it. So what it will do is so in order for you to use a match function, I like to break down the formula. So we use equal to, as which creating any formula match, you'll be able to see the things that you need. So the lookup value, that's the value of the thing that I want to check out. So another redesign is here, so I want to check out for redesign. You get that's on cell B4, comma. So the lookup array, that's where it's going to check it through. So I want it to check through from here. So to quickly select the entire list, I can press Ctrl plus Shift and down arrow, and then put a comma. Then the match type, so I want an exact match, so I'll be using a 0. Then also I would like to show that this list is constant. So in case if I will be dragging down and matching it for the rest of the list. There now. So let's see what the match function does. So it's giving it a 1 because redesign is actually there. You get now if I drag this down, there, so it is giving it values where it exists. So for example, this guy YL change, it does not exist here, so that's why it is giving it not available. It's more like an error. While this one, that means that it exists. This guy, this is it right here. This guy doesn't exist here. So that is how match function works. So also we'll be using the is error function. So what is error does is it checks a particular cell. So if it is an error, it will return true. If it is not an error, it will return false. So say for example, let's use the equal to is error. So a very good error is division by 0. So let's see, 5/0. Of course that will give me an error, so that's giving me a true. So what will happen is it will check through this list and check the ones that have error, so and give them true. So but I want to now invert these. I want those that are not existing here, I want them to rather be true. To rather be false instead of true. While those that exist, I want them to be true. So that's where I'm going to use the not function. So what the not function does is it inverts true to false and false to true. So if I put the is error in a not function, I get a false. So it's going to invert it. So let's start cooking up our formula. So I'm going to come under the submitted. So this is where I want my values to exist, to print it out. So equal to. So first I'll start by negating. So I'm using the 3 formulas. Equal to not. I'd like to negate whatever it is. Then I want to check if it has error. Then the match value. So for the match, the lookup value is this guy here, comma the lookup array. So that's this guy. Control Shift down to quickly select. Then comma I want an exact match. So then don't forget to change this to the absolute value, so it knows that the lookup array is constant. Okay, that was an error there. Okay, so I forgot the closing brackets. Excel does that for me, so I'm good. So it gives false, so all I just have to do now is to double click and I have a list of true or false. So for instance, let's say I want to give a bonus points to all the guys that that did my survey, so I can quickly come here and do that. So I can just say if true, I want you to give a 5 points or 0 points. Yeah, now so that's an extra 5 bonus to all those that filled out the survey. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. Goodbye.